All right, today we are digging into something that could totally flip the script on how we use the web. OpenAI's brand new browser, ChatGPT Atlas. So let me just ask you this. What if your browser wasn't just this passive window you stare into, but an active partner? Something that actually understood what you were trying to do and helped you get it done. Well, that's exactly the big idea behind ChatGPT Atlas. And look, this isn't just another Chrome knockoff with a chatbot bolted on the side. OpenAI's founder, Sam Altman, says it was built around ChatGPT from the ground up. It's designed to be an AI assistant first and a browser second. So what does that actually mean? Let's get into it, starting with how this thing is built. So here's the interesting part. For all this talk about a revolutionary concept, Atlas is actually built on something super familiar and stable. It uses Chromium, which is the exact same open source project that powers the browsers most of us use every day, like Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. So it's starting from a really solid place. Okay, so the first big feature you're going to notice is this ever-present ChatGPT sidebar. The best way to think about it? It's like your browsing co-pilot, always there, ready to help. You know the drill, right? You've got like a dozen tabs open, you're constantly jumping back and forth, copying some text from here, pasting it into a search bar over there. It's a mess. The whole promise of Atlas is to just end all of that. You do the work in one place, on the page you're already on. So what can this thing actually do for you? Well, say you land on a super long article. Boom, it can give you an instant summary, saving you a ton of time. It can literally analyze data right on the web page you're looking at. If you're shopping, it can help you compare products right then and there. And there's this really cool feature called Cursor Chat, where you can just highlight text you've written in an email or a document and ask ChatGPT to make it better on the spot. All right, so that's the real-time help. But let's move on to a feature that gives Atlas its long-term smarts, something that makes it truly personal for you. We're talking about browser memories. Now, here's the most important part. This is an opt-in feature. You have to turn it on. If you do, Atlas can start remembering key details from stuff you browse. So imagine you're planning a vacation over a few days. It can recall the hotels or flights you looked at to give you way smarter suggestions later on. It's like having a continuous conversation about your project. Okay, but let's be real. A browser that remembers everything you do, that immediately brings up a huge flashing question mark, right? What about my data? What about my privacy? It looks like OpenAI really thought this through. First off, browser memories is off by default. You have to choose to turn it on. You get full control. You can see, archive, or just delete your memories whenever you want. You can even tell it to stop remembering specific websites. And really importantly, they say it's designed to automatically exclude sensitive info like passwords or credit card numbers. Okay, so now we get to what might be the most powerful, most futuristic feature of the whole thing. This is where the browser stops just helping you and starts doing things for you. Let's talk about agent mode. To really get what this is all about, let's look at a real-world test. The folks over at ZDNet put agent mode through its paces with a pretty common task, ordering supplies from Walmart for same-day delivery. So, how'd it go? Well, the first try with a simple command kind of hit a wall. The agent got confused by a pop-up, and the user wasn't even logged in. But then, after logging in and tweaking the prompt, and this is the key part, telling the agent to use my past purchases to find the right products, it worked perfectly. The agent went right to the purchase history, found the exact brands, and filled the shopping cart. It just goes to show you the potential, but also that we might need to learn how to give these things really precise instructions. Now, I know what you're thinking. Giving an AI control of your browser sounds a little scary, right? But there are some really important safety guardrails built in. The agent is totally sandboxed, it can only see your browser tabs, it can't download files, it can't run code, and it definitely can't mess with other apps on your computer. Plus, it's trained to ask for your permission before it does anything major, so you're always in the driver's seat. So, after seeing all that, the big question is, where can you actually get your hands on Atlas? And what does all this mean for the future of, well, everything we do online? Right now, Atlas is available for Mac OS users, but OpenAI has confirmed that versions for Windows as well as for iOS and Android are on the way, and they're coming soon. And that really leaves us with the big final question. With tools like agent mode becoming a real thing, are we watching the end of browsing as we know it? Are we heading into a future where we just tell our computers what we want and these AI agents go out and do it for us? It is a massive shift to think about, and honestly, only time will tell.